with the intimacy that we share.
What's your biggest fear?
I just want to thank you for being a loving husband.
And I've said this many times before, but you've got my heart and you always will.
All the best love stories have one thing in common. They go against the craziest odds, and every love story or journey is beautiful. Don't miss these Swazi love stories every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. exclusive to Eswatini TV.
impela mfana bandla sengifikile futhi ngijike ngaphandle kwale yakho inhlitiyo noma ungaze uthi
Better health, better life. Another season with fresh discussions.
Ngithi indzaba letibalekile tetempilo la ekhaya eSwatini zokunukelela ehlelweni nokuphila masangana.
To learn from our health professionals.
Psychosocial support group for mothers who are going through the journey of motherhood for all mothers.
Mnanzi kuphila ube intombi yakeni bebasiphisa nje esontweni ube jahala ke nabujaha and knowing that I'm a young man.
Angeke ufithe la groupini ungabhemi. So vele directly tawufuna nami ngibhemi kanti beningakufuni lokubhema.
Coming to you every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. here on Eswatini TV. Better health, better life. Your gateway to a healthy living.
Nene bekunene kusetandleni tesive kuthi imimango ingagcini kukampunzi edla emini sive sakangwane nebantu labakhethe kuhlala eSwatini abaphila ngekukhululeka nekuthi kubethe lo nyathelo lilungelo lalabanye egameni lekufuna lilungelo lakhe sive asikhumbule ukuthi emaphoyisa bomake nabobabe labatinikele kwenta siqiniseko ukuthi wonke umuntu lonembahla yakhe ingacekelwa phansi ngulomunye wonke umuntu akahlale ngekuthula nangaphandle kokwesaba tindwe letingatiwa emaphoyisa ngekulandzela nekushiqilela umthetho athi into yomuntu ayibe ngeyakhe umuntu sive asijinge siwabambise siphinde siwasekele emaphoyisa emsebentini wawo kude emalungelo aso sive osomabhizinisi kanye nebantu labasebentako anganyatheleki khona-ke imimango itawukwakha nemakhaya akhulise bantwana ngaso sandla lesiya emlonyeni emaphoyisa naso sive abasebente ngebudlelwane nangekubambisana kulwa nebucala netingoti temgwaco.
Ngifanele kuyinaka impilo yami kanye neyemndeni wami etindzabeni te-HIV ne-COVID-19. Ngiphila ne-HIV futhi ngijovile kutivikela ku-COVID-19. Jova nawe utiphephise wena kanye nemndeni wami.
Lo mlayeto wemasonto neulethelwa litiko letempilo libambisene naNature namhlabuhlangene.
A very good evening. This is Eswatini TV News at 8. I am Nosile Sitole alongside Zamanzi Manze. First up, let's have a look at our headlining stories. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku says government will continue to respect the rights of people living with albinism. Minister of Health Lizzie Ngozi has officially launched the D43 Siyakhula program. Members of Parliament have moved a motion to have the Minister of Finance institute a forensic audit within 60 days. Glad to have you with us. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku says government will continue to respect the rights of people of Eswatini, especially those living with albinism. Masuku said this during the World Albinism Day celebration held at Mfonjeni constituency.
The DPM's office and other organizations that are linked to this day will continue to visit other regions to talk about issues that affect people living with albinism. On Monday, Masuku visited the constituents of Mfonjeni in celebrating the Albinism Awareness Day.
Nangifika nga-2008 ngakhanza ukuthi kunetintfo letinengi mhlambe letati ngenteki kahle kulolu hlangothi lolu. Kulesikhathi ngicala ngangikhuluma ngalokunye lokufaka ekhathi kukhubateka nje kwawo wonke umuntu. Ngacela ukuthi bantu ababakhiphe bantu etindlini basibikele ukuthi la kunemuntu lokhubatekile sitokhona kubambisana nangelusito lesitawulwenza. Siyacela ke bekunene ukuthi nalamuhla siqhubeke ngale kubete umntwana lokhubatekile noma lotawufihlwa singamati ukuthi ukhona.
The UNFPA representative Margaret Twala applauded the country for getting financial support from the United Nations Partnership on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which are funds that will help people with disabilities.
Sing UNFPA sitawuchubeka sisupporte hulumende wethu wakangwane ekwenteni ukuthi emaphimbo ebantfu labaphila nelibala avakale eveni.
The Member of Parliament of Mfonjeni, Sifiso Makagula, explained that the constituents will continue to assist and support people with disabilities as well as those dealing with albinism.
Umhlonishwa Phindandvu Nankulu lisineketile siqiniseko ukuthi i-Disability Act leyaphasa nga-2018 masinyane itawugazethwa isebente lokusho ukuthi bonke labaphila labakhubatekile nalaba labanelibala batokhonatsi bangene bathole lama grants because inyalo labanengi babo bova nakhulunywa lokuthi basengangena so lo mthetho siyathemba lokuthi so to wenda kube semthethweni lokuthi bangene bathole lama grant sithi ke lokho asikubonge kakhulu.
The country of Eswatini passed the Disability Act, which seeks to protect rights of people with disabilities. The United Nations says Tanzania records the highest number of people living with albinism. Reporting for Eswatini TV is Nonjabulo Makakula with Vumingosi Nzinisa, Mfonjeni.
Minister of Health Lizzie Ngozi has officially launched the D43 Siyakhula program, which aims to improve eMaswati in areas of scientific research. Through this program, 2 eMaswati will fly to the United States of America to study their PhD in HIV and AIDS related programs. The program has been launched at the Hilton Garden Hotel in Babane.
Minister of Health Lizzie Ngozi says this program will ensure that eMaswati do not follow the lead but have a seat on the research table. The minister says eMaswati will be empowered in areas of HIV and AIDS, TB and cancer.
One can be certain that training these Swazi health researchers in the kingdom and in the US will have significant benefit for us as a ministry and the country at large. The 30 short-term trainees and the 2 independent trainees will acquire cutting-edge skills while rooted in the cultural context of Eswatini. By doing this, we are ushering in a new era, one where Eswatini is shifting from following the lead set by other countries to sitting at the research table and contributing to evidence that will guide programmatic and clinical decision-making in the country.
United States of America Ambassador to Eswatini, Jean Maloney, shared a few HIV and AIDS statistics.
Extend my congratulations also to the scholars that have been selected to be trained under this program. We all put our faith in you to gain all you can from this opportunity and to be part of driving the change that will help us all see an AIDS-free future together. We're proud to invest in the future of Eswatini by addressing health threats posed by HIV and AIDS, and by the way, COVID as well.
This program is a fruit of a partnership between the government of Eswatini, the University of Eswatini, Baylor College of Medicine, Children's Foundation Eswatini, Baylor College of Medicine, and the University of Texas. 2 Emaswati have already benefited from this program, and they are Nompumelelo Mzizi and Sandile Ndabezita, who will both study for their PhD. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela with Mbongwa Dube, Mbabane.
Members of Parliament have moved a motion where the Minister of Finance, Nebuchadnezzar, will have to institute a forensic audit within 60 days regarding Exponent Saga, where Eswatini lost millions of emalangeni in investments. We have a report.
Members of Parliament have rejected responses addressing monies invested in Esponet by Eswatini, saying the responses given by the Minister of Finance, Neil Rickenberg, were too shallow and not good enough to give a clear picture of what exactly happened to the money invested by Eswatini, estimated to be 340 million emalangeni. The MPs want all culprits to account.
Up to how far iParliament ingasilekelela njani lesive, Mr. Speaker. Bamrunyuwela njani bangakamelusi ukuthi mbamba wenda lento lasi uyitele even.
Kuminduna yetemafa ihambe yosibekela a forensic audit team letawubuya la siwabona la terms of reference. Letawuhamba isebenzele lenzaba akhiphe laba labanebuqopho vele bekuphenya tindzaba letinjengale.
Okwetekuphenya kwetimali basinikete into lephathekako phinde njalo induna ite siniketa kona ukuthi le report yabo laba ka forensic ihamba njani ukuthi kutositaka le Maswati, Mr. Speaker, ngiyabonga.
That's why ngithi le report le ayikapheleli kahle, ayisitsheli amaqiniso laphelele. FSRA ukhona la kufihlala ublandarishile la sokufanele kwene investigation nangabe athi ingcenye ibolekwe star company iphilelenye isele kuyiphi inkampani.
The Minister of Finance, Neil Rickenberg, welcomed the motion.
The forensic audit is going to take possibly another 60 days, if lucky, probably 90 days minimum, to actually come up with a report now, to actually prepare the report and come it, and then at that point, the moment I have it, I'll come table it straight away so that we can have it in the House, Honourable Speaker.
Esponet is an African diversified financial services group with offerings ranging from investment and wealth advisory services, credit solutions to small and medium enterprises. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla with Muzi Mkhonta, Parliament.
Members of Parliament have passed a motion which requires the Minister of Health, Lizingosi, to table in the August House a report stating what the ministry is doing to address the root cause of medicine shortages in public clinics and hospitals.
The private member's motion, which hopes to have constant supply of critical medication in public clinics and hospitals, is moved by Sipochosin Member of Parliament Mduduzi Matsebula.
Kumadima kulesikhathi lesiphuma kiyo bawukhanza ukuthi kude imithi yabo BP kude iprate abo asthma kude ma second line antibiotics for more serious infections kude ema drugs ekusita abo make nabakhulelwe to manage demotside. Imithi lekufuna ihlala ikhona le. We cannot afford as a country ukuthi le mithi le kanjena kubede kuma clinics nasetibhedlela. So kumcoka lokho ukuthi minister akulungise lokho kube na le constant supply kuphindze ibe khona le contingency reserve yale mithi lemcoka.
The seconder in the motion, which also hopes to come up with stock control in public health facilities, is Togolweni Member of Parliament Mduduzi Magagula.
Ubuhlungu kithi singemalungu eParliament ngoba labanye babo labantu, Mr. Speaker, kunemuthi laba lasibathi Jehova kona ukhala simhlambe bo insulin bathi Jehova labantu ngenxa yokuthi bayagula kude kwabona lokho bese bayakusherisha la mabhodlela yosherisha ama antibiotics i-antibiotic ibhaliwe ukuthi uyiqede wena nyalo lokho namhla sekuyasherishwa la siyalibulala lelive siyawufika sithini ekhaya ngoba sitabakhanza bonke labantu labafile le ngenxa ye-negligence yethu la le benentana ekhaya elangijaneni ngolunga eParliament wentana ushaya phansi ethombi bantu bafe ukhona ubukile sekungcono nami ngafike ngisho sithi cha ngayitshela indlovu.
Members of Parliament shown great interest in debating the motion. However, Keke Member of Parliament Musa Gnene successfully moved that the debate should be adjourned and MPs will debate the report by the Minister of Health within 7 days. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla with Muzi Mkhonta, Parliament.
Jacques van den Heever has taken the Gaming Control Board and 2 businessmen to court. The complainant told the court that the Gaming Board is forcing him into a partnership with 2 other business people. The complainant says he does not want to work with the 2 individuals because they allegedly do not follow the law.
Jacques van der Heever has taken the Gaming Control Board to court. Also part of the lawsuit are Ionis Calivitis and Delport Willem Joseph. Van der Heever wants the court to order the Gaming Control Board to give reasons why it has allowed Calivitis and Joseph to operate a public lottery business under his company's name, QS Swaziland Pty Ltd. The complainant also wants the court to stop the Gaming Control Board's decision to allow the 2 to operate a public lottery business under his company's name. Van der Heever submitted to the court that he opened the lottery company in 2008. He also submitted that the company started operating in 2010. Van der Heever told the court that in 2015 he agreed to work with Calivitis and Joseph as they approached him like honest business people. He claims that the relationship went sour after he noted that the 2 broke the law by not paying tax and provident fund. Van der Heever told the court that he did not want to work with the 2 business people, but the Gaming Control Board was ignoring his submissions on the matter. He also told the court that he did not know why this was the case and believed that only the court would assist him. The court then issued an interim order stopping the decision by the Gaming Control Board. The matter is expected back in court on the 23rd of June 2022. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosima Vimbela, High Court.
As His Majesty King Mswati III is expected to officially dissolve the 11th Parliament next year, the Parliament and Designated Office Bearers Pension Fund has met with senators and members of Parliament to discuss their exit packages.
This is the 3rd time the Parliament and Designated Office Bearers Pension Fund Mopado meet politicians of the 11 Parliament since assuming office in the year 2018. Mopado chairperson, who is also Lubamba Lomzala member of Parliament, Mawi Kumalo, says since Parliament will be officially dissolved next year, Mopado found it necessary to meet politicians to discuss their exit packages and also get their opinions.
Bahlonishwa kumele ukuthi nabaphuma bawade malungu labo nga 2023 nalokunye futhi nalaba labanye labakhona laba lokhanze ukuthi baphuma kanti solo bayithola imbashala nabo kufanele ba-appraiswe nekokuthi ke imali tabo natingena njani interest ngoba ngiloyo naloyo unelidokode lakhe unelifayila lakhe imali yakhe nakafika nje ngicela statement kufanele sisho ukuthi the statement less sibitabani i-interest yakhona sayinginako lokho lesicala lamhlanje nasicala ngamalunga eParliament netimbunga ngisho ukuthi indlu yabayesikhulu nema senators kusasa siyobe sibona tinduna tembuso ngalokulandzelako siyobe sibona emabandla esilo lokufaka ekhathi laselitsitsini licoco kanjalo futhi nebelukhetho iEBC nema-royal trustees bese kuthi ke ngalokulandzelako sesiphuma siye etifundzeni siyobona buqopho netinduna tetinkundla kanjalo nema-pensioners ethu lakhona ngetifundza
Politician exit packages have been previously classified as defined benefit. However, in the year 2013, it changed to defined contribution. This was implemented in the year 2020. As some politicians from previous parliament will not pay their packages until the year 2013. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Eswatini.
5 suspects have been arrested following the burning of 6 classes at New Life Christian Academy on Monday night. The arrests come after the National Commissioner of Police, William Titi Baladlamini, visited the school during the day. The arrests have been confirmed by Chief Police Information and Communications Officer, Superintendent Pindile Vilagati.
New Life Academy Principal Dan Mavuso says they heard about the fire at around 12:30 a.m. on Monday. Mavuso explains about the extent of the damage.
Emaklasi lasithupha ayavutha nakavutha nje afaka ekhathi futhi ne-library linencwadi letiningi kanye ne-computer room linema-computers leka at least 25 sashaqeka-ke kakhulu.
Deputy Regional Education Officer Nkosinathi Nkambule says this is a step backwards in terms of education.
Limele kakhulu silihhovisi lelitiko letemfundo kaHhohho. Sive staward ukuthi lamba bane indzawo iswelakele kakhulu indzawo yekufundza. Kugcwele etikolweni tikolwa letifana nabo New Life Academy tikolwa letisisitako kakhulu ekuthenini tiphungule lo mthwalo lokhona la esikolweni.
National Commissioner of Police William Tsitsibala Dlamini says the damage is massive and
umonakalo siyawubona mkhulu kakhulu. Kuyamangalisa umonakalo ema-computer, tincwadzi, ema-classrooms. Kuthi bekwende njani bekunene lokhu kubuyisele emumva live kwetemfundo kakhulu. Kedwa sengemaphoyisa besitowubuka nje nokubaqinisa bekunene kuthi akulahlambele ngokufela impilo ayiqhubeke.
Dlamini says such crimes affect the country's growth and a letdown to education. He has encouraged the school owners to continue providing education to Emaswati. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela. Pictures were sourced from the police.
Eswatini MTN, in partnership with the Eswatini Rural Science and Technology Park, has launched this year's hackathon competition. MTN has injected 100,000 or rather 150,000 malangeni towards this competition. The launch was held at the MTN headquarters in Eswatini.
Young entrepreneurs in the ICT sector have an opportunity to not only walk away with a sum of 150 emalangeni but have their business ideas nurtured and give birth to a major business. Shortly after the launch of this year's hackathon competition, MTN's Sam Shongwe says they are delighted to be involved in shaping the country's ICT sector.
We will be identifying at least the top 12. Within the top 12, we'll then give them a period of 3 weeks to put the ideas into fruition, and then from there we will actually pick the top 3 winners. The prize money is actually $10,000 US, which is about 150,000 emalangeni. So they will share that prize, the top 3.
Senzo Malaza from RSTP says the hackathon competition speaks to what they do at the Songqondvo Maswati House.
We believe that even this year, some of our incubated startups will benefit from this hackathon. And we believe not only the incubated startups are going to benefit, but also some of our students, as we have the Advanced School of IT, where amongst other things, we're teaching coding, we're teaching cybersecurity, hardware networking. So we believe that while they are studying, they can be going into business, because our learning model is one which encourages the student to go into business, or rather consider business while getting education. So we can only encourage our students, our incubated startups, and other developers out there to be part of this hackathon.
The ICT sector is one of the priority areas as per government's roadmap for 2018 to 2023. Reporting, I'm Nomfundo Makakula and Mbongwa Dube Ezulwini.
Look at our financial markets.
Standard Bank. It can be.
Moving on, we'll have a look at our sports news. Babane Highlanders director Ali Khomongwe says Highlanders qualifying for CAF for the first time in 9 years is a dream come true. The Highlanders boss assured the club supporters and Eswatini at large that the club will do its best and represent the country well. Highlanders will be playing in CAF Confederations Cup courtesy of finishing second in the 2021-2022 MTN Premier League season.
The so much loved Mbabane derby that was watched by a full house from both club supporters between Mbabane Highlanders and Mbabane Swallows was also a decider to the club that will accompany league champions Royal Leopard to Africa to represent the country in CAF club competitions. Swallows needed a win to progress to the continental competition, while a draw for Highlanders was to bring them back to a stage that they last showed up back in 2013. The not results favoured Highlanders, who are smiling as they head back to CAF competitions, something club director Ali Khomongwe believes was a dream coming true.
How happy are you? Remember, I don't have 3 years, but I deliver at Sophie with the same church, with the same belief. I went to Africa with the same belief, and then I won't let down Swaziland. I'll make Swaziland very proud. Some people were playing football on the social media. We play football in the ground. Yes. So we show we deserve. I mean, this is the time. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Begi Lukele, who is Mbabane Swallows director, says nothing is lost. He will ensure that the club compete at its best come next season.
Obviously, it is a disappointment next year. But at the same time, I feel encouraged abafana ukuthi noma ungakabi nje ngoba bengifisile mina kodwa akaphela no mina vele ngiswalo njengoba ngasho ukuthi kuswalo ngikhona ngingiyo vele ngawubamba lapho ngikhona kubamba khona njengoba ngasho ukuthi emandla ami lapho ayofinyelela khona ngiyaqhubeka ngibe khona kuswalo.
Both club supporters who attended the game in their numbers explained what juices up the derby game.
When the game goal, this is a derby Fabrice and the Highlander will be upper handing 2 points upon. So Gugiti Begui win Fabrice, but Begugu Telebes Gaguenda.
So I always support that team. I got would say even number 2. Yobang and Swallow. So I have a corner team. You got this party. Ngikhombisa wona umphathi wami wafika ani uthi ngesasana
ngihlale ngikhuluma kubantu kuthi amatimu mabili kangwane kuthi amatimu mangakhe kangwane mabili kuphela iBhabane Highlanders neBhabane Swallows. Why?
Yabona igame lena mina nje ngijabulisile namhlanje lokuse sitawujika seAfrica. Yeah, le game beyimcwa kakhulu lena kithi sibomagebhula kusisithatha.
Highlanders will be playing CAF Confederations Cup by virtue of being season number 2, while the champions Royal Leopard will be playing CAF Champions League. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Musonera, Mafso Sports Center, Manzini.
Chairman of the Premier League of Eswatini, Mark Carmichael, says the 2021-2022 season was indeed one of the best seasons in the Premier League history. Carmichael says the level of competition displayed by clubs has played a huge role in the development of local football. Carmichael was speaking during the final day of the league at Galanga Stadium in Sitegi.
The 2021-2022 MTN Premier League season was indeed one of the best seasons in the Premier League history, judged on the performance displayed by teams, mostly for those who were fighting for the league and those who were fighting for relegation. The Premier League chairman, Mark Carmichael, believes It is indeed a sign that local football is growing at its height, and teams are to be applauded for their magnificent season.
We are very, very, very excited. We are very ecstatic. Jabule kakhulu nje ukuthi ibhola standard lesihle kangaka. Kuze kufike ekugcineni. Emaqembu solo awati ukuthi kuwina yiphi ngibani lothatha yini. We were blessed. We thank God ukuthi asibambise lo msebenzi lomuhle. Premier League lethi ibhola lenhle. Lelive lethu lelihle. And siyabonga nje useMaswati asupportile Premier League and aqhubeke nje ajabule abambisane ngebhola.
With the issue of relegation battle yet to be decided during the Premier League annual general meeting at the moment, the 4 teams that have been relegated are Milling Hospers, Rangers, Tinyosi and Marandi Chiefs. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msonera with Rinda Dlamini, Galanga in Stegi.
That's all for now. Before we go, let's have a look at our top stories. The Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku says government will continue to respect the rights of people living with albinism. Minister of Health Lizzie Ngozi has officially launched the D43 Siyakhula program. Members of Parliament have moved a motion to have the Minister of Finance institute a forensic audit within 60 days. And with that, we sum up our bulletin for the evening. Up next is the weather update from myself and the crew. Thank you for your company. Good night.